Plitvice Lakes National Park, the oldest and largest national park in the Republic of Croatia. Famous for its numerous greenish blue colored lakes separated by tufa rocks, because of which it was internationally recognized on 26th October 1979 and was included into the UNESCO World Heritage List. On our day 2 in Croatia, we are going to explore this heaven on earth. So friends, hope you have watched our day 1 video in our Croatia travel series, and this day, that is on the second day at around 7:50 am, we started our journey to Plitvice Lakes National Park after having our breakfast and checking out from our apartment in Bosnia. We had already booked our tickets online to save time there, and we got our entry time slot between 8 am to 9 am. So that means we have to enter the park before 9 am. And here we have reached entrance 1 and we are going to park our car. So there is an additional parking fee, so that has to be paid at the exit counter before leaving the park. So basically there are 3 entrances to this park: entrance 1, entrance 2 and one another entrance. I do not remember the name of that entrance now. So you can choose through which entrance you want to get in when you do the online booking. I'll be providing the link of their website in the description box. So we randomly chose entrance 1. And we are planning to spend time here at least till evening 5 pm because I've heard that there is so much around to see in this park. So normally the summer in Croatia is kind of hot, but on that day it was pretty cool climate, and we did not take our jackets either when we came here. So initially we were like worried if we would be able to manage there. Here is the information center and also the ticket counter. Even if you have booked tickets online, you have to show them at the counter.
Maybe one more for another. Thank you.
So this ticket not only includes the entrance to the park, but also electric boat trips and Panorama train trips inside the park, and also visitor insurance. And here's the route map for entrance 1. There you can see 4 paths, namely A, B, C and K. So suppose if you choose A route, then they have written that it will take around 2 to 3 hours by walk to cover the park, and it's around 4 kilometers. So the walking trail is marked in red and the hiking trail is marked in black. So in case if you prefer walks through quieter areas and would like to make your trip more adventurous, then you can choose the hiking path. Then as I told you, there is an electric boat trip trip included. So those points are marked as P1, P2 and P3, and for the Panorama train trip the stations are marked as ST1, ST2 and ST3. So I'll be displaying the timetable of the electric boat trips and the Panorama train trips. So I got this info from their website, so you can also check their website to see in case if something is updated. And if you see in this route map, for the A route it has only walking and hiking paths and there is no boat or train trips included. So then you can check for the other routes if you would like to take the boat or train trips. So we chose route B because it has both boat and train trips, and walking takes 3 to 4 hours to cover the park, and the total distance to be covered is 4 kilometers. And if you are coming from entrance 2, then your paths will be marked in orange like green here. And the only thing that you have to always remember is, for safety reasons, you have to only walk through the marked walking paths. Now let's start our exploration. It's such a beautiful scene here. This is just the beginning, and we do not feel like actually moving forward from here. Just got stuck here taking photos, and our expectations were really high about how the park would be moving forward. Since there is quite a lot to walk here, it's always better to wear trekking shoes when you come here, and the climate is also cool here, so it's better to have a pullover also with you even if you guys visit here in summer. So always check the weather forecast and dress accordingly. Just look at the color of this lake. It's a greenish blue colored lake, just mind blowing. Here there is a board mentioning the name of this lake. So in this park there are a total of 16 named lakes and several smaller unnamed lakes. How should I describe this natural wonder? It's so silent over here. You can just hear the sound of nature, the sound of water cascading and birds chirping. Even the people here are just speechless, and everyone are busy just taking photos and videos and creating beautiful memories in this park. This is a must visit to anyone who comes to Croatia. The Plitvice Lakes National Park is an area rich in forest and grassland habitats with an abundance of flora and fauna. Almost 80% of this park's area is covered with forest, and the most attractive part of the park, that is the lakes, cover just under 1% of the total park area. we have arrived at one of the boat trip starting points, and as I've shown you earlier in the electric boat trips timetable, there are both long route trips and short route trips. So we plan to take the long route in order to spend more time. So you can also take short routes. We could also find a souvenir shop, a restaurant and a washroom there. So there are several such restaurants, souvenir shops and washrooms throughout this park. So there are several signboards in this park. You can simply follow them in order to find where these restaurants, souvenir shops and all are located. Or you can also follow the map that you can get, like we got from the information counter. It actually started to rain by that time, so it's always better to bring raincoats or at least an umbrella when you visit here, because the climate inside is really varying. Inside the boat, everyone were required to wear masks as part of corona restrictions. And here starts our awesome boat trip, and after our long walk, this trip was quite relaxing. Next, it was around lunchtime, and we are in search of a restaurant nearby. You can also check their website, wherein you can find the details of all their restaurants, and you can also find the menu and make your choice of a restaurant that you want to visit here. Also, after this, we have to go for the Panorama train trip. Now here is a signboard. Next we are going to follow Route C, wherein you can also find the Panorama train station. One thing that you have to expect before coming here is that there are quite a lot of tiring walks involved in here. So always carry enough water and also snacks, else you would definitely lose interest after some time, and you would fail to enjoy the beauty of this park. So finally we have reached the Station 3 Panorama train trip point, and there was also a restaurant and washroom there, but unfortunately that restaurant was closed that time, and then only we came to know that many restaurants inside were temporarily closed because of corona issues. So then we were left with no other option other than to take the Panorama train and then get down at another point wherein a restaurant was available. This ride was also good. Now we have reached the restaurant Polyana, which is in the very center of Plitvice Lakes National Park. Thankfully, this was one restaurant of my choice when I checked through their website before this trip, because the menu was also good and the prices were also affordable. And here is the menu. So we mainly ordered chicken curry with rice and beef steak with mashed potatoes, and we also ordered a cake as dessert. They also offered breads along with our lunch. And now it's the time to eat. Speaking about the food, it was really yummy, and especially the dessert was super tasty. So this cake had a biscuit layer filled in with cream and chocolate sauce. After our lunch, we took another Panorama train from a station nearby this restaurant and reached the exit of the park, and then we had paid the car parking charges at the exit counter as I told you earlier, and then we left the park. Our next destination is our apartment in Rijeka, from where we are going to visit the old town in Rovinj the next day. So this apartment is around 150 kilometers apart from here. So it was around 5:30 p.m. when we left this park. Before that, I'm just sharing some of our beautiful memories at this wonderful park, so you guys can just take a look at that. So this is our apartment in Rijeka. Here is the living room with 2 beds, and there is a small kitchen, and there is another bedroom with an attached bathroom also. Here is the toilet. So though this apartment was quite congested, it was okay for us as we were going to spend only one night there. And one thing that our owner here told us is to close the windows tightly when we are not inside the apartment in order to avoid any damages caused by strong winds or rains in Croatia. And there is another small room upstairs with bed. Now we are going out to have our dinner. Here comes a public transport in Croatia. The only problem here was that we had to park our car at a paid parking place a bit far from the apartment, as this apartment had no private parking space. There is a harbour nearby this place. The night view of the city was just amazing. Now we are going to that ATM to withdraw some cash in kuna, which is the Croatian currency. So this is a shopping street. Finally, we found a restaurant nearby wherein they were offering seafood. Since we are all seafood lovers and since Croatia is also popular for its seafood, we just wanted to give it a try. Here in this restaurant, you could pick from various fishes and other seafoods that they offer, and then you can discuss with them, and they would offer you a fish grill or a fish fry and other recipes according to your choice. Of course, it would be very expensive because it is seafood, but it's definitely worth a try when you come to a coastal area like Croatia. As welcome drink, they offered their local wine, and we had ordered some mussels cooked in some special sauce, squid fry and prawns grill. It was super tasty, and they had also offered some bread, and we had ordered some rice and french fries as well. And there is one thing that I would like to mention at this time, that is, we had also visited Barcelona some few years back, and the seafood there was just super amazing. And if I am asked to compare this one and that one that we had at Barcelona, I must definitely say that this was of course not up to that level. So that's it about today's video, friends. See you soon with the day 3 video of Croatia, wherein we are going to explore the old town of Rovinj. So if you have liked this video, please hit the like button to show your support, and also share it with your friends and family. And if you have liked other videos also in my channel, please do consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching, and see you all in the next video.